Censorship. Who is responsible? I'm Jeffrey Darty, the Christian Whistleblower. Salute to those of you on Facebook. Salute to those of you on Periscope. Salute to those of you on Twitter. And salute to those of you on YouTube. I'm a former 20-year Pentecostal evangelist with 3 of the largest organizations in the world. I am a Bible college graduate. I have over 100,000 hours of study in the biblical scriptures and 6 years in the United States Air Force. We are the Gospel Truth Army, and we're marching on, even though we know from Mark Twain that it's easier to fool someone than it is to convince them that they've been fooled. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to stop trying. I'm here to bring you evidence to consider that I believe shows that Christianity is a fear and guilt control matrix, and that you are suffering from spiritual Stockholm syndrome. That Christ never said the truth would set you free. He said you'll know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And in some sense, if you're to be set free, it's up to me bringing you the truth. So here we go. Hold on, sit down, and let's go. Don't tread on us. We are the Gospel Truth Army. Censorship, ladies and gentlemen. You know the word. You understand the word. But do you understand the origin of the word and really of the practice? It comes from the Roman censor. And the censor was a magistrate in ancient Rome who was responsible for maintaining the census, and this is what we really want to talk about, supervising public morality and overseeing aspects of the government's finances. Now, when you're talking about overseeing public morality, what the censor was to do was to read every bit, every document produced by subject peoples to make sure that it was free of subversive content towards Rome. Now, you have to understand, when Rome was ruling the world, it was a military dictatorship. It was hardcore military dictatorship. And when Rome was ruling Judea as military dictators, military occupiers. It was a military occupied province. So it's Deborah Gail Hickman over on Twitter. Nice to see her. Now, this person would read every paper that was printed by subject peoples, and if it contained subversive material to Rome, they would destroy it. And they might even destroy the person that wrote it. So that's one of the things they were responsible for. And as we look at this, I want you to read something very sobering. The power of the censor was absolute. The power of the censor was absolute. I don't even know that the power of Caesar was absolute at this time. But the power of the censor was absolute. No magistrate could oppose their decisions. Only the censor who succeeded them or came after them could cancel one of their decisions. The censor's regulation of public morality is the origin of the modern meaning of the word censor and censorship. Think of this, ladies and gentlemen. The power of the censors was absolute. The censor could not be questioned. If the censor said it went, it went. If the censor said it stayed, it stayed. If the censor said it was wrong, it was wrong. And if the censor said you died, you died. No one could question the censor. We understand the spiritual nature of our world. We understand that the things that we see are really representations of the things that we do not see. We understand the things that we observe, touch, feel, smell are really only the smallest portion of that which is this thing known as reality. Behind every Behind every physical manifestation is a much deeper energetic manifestation. So my question is, if the flesh and blood censors had unquestioned power and rule, what energetic entity was behind them? If you are the maniacally jealous Yaldabaoth, if you are the maniacally controlling Yahweh, if you are the maniacally vengeful Lord Jehovah Marduk, who do you put in charge as a censor who has unquestioned authority? If you don't do it yourself, it does sound like a Lord. If you don't do it yourself, you entrust that to only your most highly trusted, highly respected, most loyal officials. I believe it's safe to say that in Roman times, which is the genesis of our civilization, that whomever was holding the physical, fleshly position of Roman censor, I don't speak Spanish, unfortunately, was at least empowered, if not possessed by, a powerful, energetic entity, fiercely loyal to the God of the Bible, the God of Rome, the Lord, Jehovah, Yahweh, Yaldabaoth, Marduk, Sackless, Samael, the rat bastard. And how much have things changed today? We still live in a world of censorship. Now, no one holds that title anymore. But on the everyday realm, we have the mainstream media censoring, allowing only what they want to have out. Only a handful of companies control the entire mainstream media complex: print media, film media, television media, video media, and as the astute person here on Twitter says, it's getting worse. And it really is. Who controls those powerful people? And then if we take it a step further and get into the governmental agencies, the NSA and the like, who controls those entities? Because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, even legally, according to the Patriot Act, and let me remember why the Patriot Act was passed. Oh, yeah, because they false flagged in 9/11, created a problem, convinced us they were allowed us to react and call for change, and convinced us that they were the solution, and we willingly gave away more of our rights. The Patriot Act says they have absolute control. They can't be questioned. They can put you behind bars without charges and hold you indefinitely. Meet the new censors, same as the old censors. And I have to ask the question, if an office is powerful as a censor, if an official is powerful as a censor, if they still exist today, and they do, if they have existed across history, and they have, and if the world that we see is only a front for the real world that is, if the physical is only a shadow representation of the entire energetic reality, then there are powerful beings, powerful energetic entities that are fulfilling these roles as the modern day censors. I think it's high time that we realized who we're fighting. I think it's high time that we realized who's fighting us. I think it's high time that we realize that we are being censored, yes, by the government, yes, by the media, but more importantly, we're being censored by dark, malevolent, powerful, controlling, matrix-building, energetic entities. And someone just said over on Twitter, the end user is responsible We are the ones who decide if we're going to be censored. We are the ones who decide if we're going to be shut down. If I say it and they shut me down, you start saying it. If you start saying it and they shut you down, the next person starts saying it. They can't kill us all. They can't quiet us all. That's why we're the Gospel Truth Army, fueled with new cosmic knowledge, standing up to the censors. We will not be silent. In fact, we're just getting started. We're in the truth spreading business, and cousin, business is a booming. We're here. We're clear. Get used to it. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower, de facto leader of the Gospel Truth Army, and we're not going anywhere. We're coming after you. No one's free till we're all free. There's no them, only us. March on fearlessly. Guide your own spirit. Master your own ascension. Be your own guru. Say no to censorship. If your partner falls, next man up. Next woman up. Gospel Truth Army. March on fearlessly as we unindoctrinate ourselves.